Hello class, welcome to this video when I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be covering in class next week. Okay, so we have our standard for this lesson is list the principles of the Magna Carta, the English Bill of Rights, the American Declaration of Independence, the French Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizen, and the U.S. Bill of Rights. It seems that we have a lot of work to do, but I'm gonna guide you to some of the things that we need to know before we cover this lesson and we understand better these documents. Okay, so we have the learning objective. Students will be able to identify and list the principles of the documents covered during this week. So you guys are gonna be able to identify and list the principle. Okay, those are our action verbs that you guys are going to be able to do. Okay, and what are you going to be able to identify and list? Well, class, you need to understand the principles because that's what you need to identify and list. So principles, but what are principles? Some of you guys have a definition of what is a principle, so we're going to try to understand and have a better perspective of what is a principle. So we're gonna check on the dictionary. I'm gonna open a browser so we can use the same dictionary that we have in class. We have the Merriam-Webster page. Okay, so we find it, Merriam-Webster, and the word that we need to look for is principle. Let's see. Let's search, and we have it here, principle. So I'm gonna try to read the definitions. A moral rule or belief that helps you know what is right and wrong and that influences your actions. A basic truth or theory, an idea that forms the basis of something. A law or fact of nature that explains how something works and why it happens. Okay? So I'm just gonna go for the synonyms of what can be a principle. So we have a moral rule or belief, a basic truth and theory, a law or fact. Okay, so you guys understand those terms and you have a better perspective of what we're trying to list from this document. So we have the rules, the beliefs, the truths, the theories, the laws or facts, so you can have a better idea. So the first one we know is the Magna Carta. Magna Carta was created by King John from England. He is King John. Actually, I put a flag in the top, well, in the title, next to the title, so you can identify uh, the country from where are we trying to understand the document. So we have King John, who was the creator of the Magna Carta, and I'm going to show you also like a sample of what the Magna Carta looks like. This is the Magna Carta, and well, of course, we can't read it because it's just a picture. I'm gonna give you better details in class where we're gonna uh, identify the principles. So the Magna Carta was created in 1215. Okay, so this was to recognize the rights and privileges of the barons, church, and freemen. Okay, so this is uh, some facts, key details about this document. Now we have the English Bill of Rights. This is a document from England. This is the picture of how the original English Bill of Rights looks like. Of course, uh, I have to repeat that it is hard to read what's in there, but the English Bill of Rights, this was created by the English Parliament. We have a painting also trying to explain how the English Parliament was set up, and well, this Bill of Rights was guaranteed the rights and liberty of the individual subject, and this was presented to King William, excuse me, and Mary before they took power, and this happened in 1680 9. So again, the key details that we need to know before analyzing the principles. Now we have the American Declaration of Independence. This is from our country, the United States. This is a sample of what the Declaration of Independence looks like. This is a bare picture, but of course it is hard to read what's in there. We're gonna be covering in class, have a better paper. And this Declaration of Independence was influenced by uh, Thomas Jefferson. He was one of the principal uh, characters working on this public act by which the Second Continental Congress, uh, in July 4th, 1716, declared the colonies to be free and independent from England. So remember, Thomas Jefferson was the main character in this document, and this happened in 1776. Important details about this document also. Now we have the Declaration the Declaration of Rights of Man and the Citizen. So we have this is the flag of France. So this is a document from France, and well, another sample of this document is this. Of course, it's painting and it is also hard to read, but just to give you an idea of what it is, we also need to understand who was the principal characters with this document, and we also have Thomas Jefferson, a man that also influenced this document, working or collaborating with General Lafayette. He was from France, and he was also an important man that helped this document to be created. General Lafayette. And this document was created in 1789. And the last one will be the U.S. Bill of Rights. This is another document from our country, and the principal character that was the author of this Bill of Rights was James Madison. He was the main author of this Bill of Rights, and also I'm gonna show you the picture of this document. It's also hard to read, but well, you have a good idea of what it is. And this document contains a formal statement of rights, a summary of fundamental rights and privileges guaranteed to people against violation by the state. And this happened in 1791. So we have a good perspective now of each document and the key details before analyzing the principles. And the last thing I'm going to show you is this is a type of worksheet that you guys are going to be getting, uh, where you guys are going to be listing your principles. You have enough space in each section. Of course, this is going to look a little bit different in your worksheet because you will have more space than this. So just to give you an idea of how we're going to be organizing each document with the principles. And that's it. I'm just gonna say goodbye to you. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope we can have a better understanding of what are you gonna be doing next week, and that we are ready to go and learn a new lesson about uh, these documents. Thank you, and I see you in class. Bye bye.